The NHL might be considering expansion to Atlanta. Prospects from around the league will be playing this weekend. The Chicago Blackhawks are retiring a former captain's number. And, speaking of captains, a few teams named theirs. That and more coming up in this episode of the ZamBROni podcast.
Welcome to the ZamBROni podcast, a hockey podcast talking all things NHL. Now, here's your host, Jim Lynch.
Today, we kick things off from the NHL-NHLPA Player Media Tour that has taken place over the past week. Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly sounded optimistic about an expansion team potentially returning to a market they've already been twice before, Atlanta. Speaking to ESPN, Daly said, "I think some of the challenges that we've seen in the past in Atlanta can be overcome. While expansion might seem like a bit of a shock to fans right now, the recent success in Seattle and Vegas could be enticing to the league and potential owners to add more teams. Although, with the league currently at an even 32 teams, the same amount in the NFL, maybe now might not be the best time to expand even further." This weekend is one of the first opportunities to watch hockey around the NHL. And no, it's not the start of the preseason just yet. Some of the top prospects from around the league will participate in different NHL prospect tournaments. Some of the headliners from this event will be the previous top 3 players drafted at the 2023 NHL Draft: Connor Bedard, Leo Carlsson, and Adam Fantilli. 6 tournaments will take place this weekend: the Traverse City Prospects Tournament, Prospects Challenge, Rookie Face-Off, Southeast Rookie Showcase, Young Star Classic, and Tom Curver's Prospects Showcase. With so many top prospects to keep an eye on, fans will definitely want to tune in to watch the Blackhawks and Connor Bedard play in the Tom Curver Showcase. But my personal favorite has to be the Prospects Challenge, which will have Braden Yeager of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeager was the first player drafted by Kyle Dubas as GM and President of Hockey Ops of the Penguins. In other news, the Chicago Blackhawks are retiring number 7. And no, it's not in honor of Brent Seabrook just yet. Chris Chelios, who played in 664 games for the Blackhawks in the 90s, is the next player to get his number retired in Chicago. After the passing of Blackhawks owner and chairman Rocky Wirtz, the Blackhawks announced Chelios' number retirement, as Wirtz wanted Chelios to be the next Hawks to have a banner ceremony for the team. Hawks fans most likely won't have to wait long for some other Stars players to get their number retired, though. Keith, Seabrook, and Taves, and Kane all will be locks down the line. Although I do think there's an argument that could be made for number 10, number 4, number 50, and number 28. Chelios was captain of the Hawks from 1995 to 1999. Speaking of captains, a few different teams named their captain this past week. 2 Canadian franchises added captains this week, with the Vancouver Canucks naming young star defenseman Quinn Hughes as captain of the Canucks. Hughes is definitely a deserving player to be captain, but hopefully the team can be a little bit more successful this season. Additionally, the Winnipeg Jets have a new captain in Adam Lowry. He was named captain on Tuesday. He has played his entire NHL career in Winnipeg after getting drafted in the 3rd round by the team in 2011. With Blake Wheeler exiting the team this offseason, the Jets are now set to start the 2023-24 season in an entirely new direction on the ice. Today's Thursday, September 14th. Thanks for listening.
That's it for today's episode of the ZamBROni podcast. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to follow the pod on Twitter at ZamBROni Podcast and leave a like or a comment wherever you are listening.